May 20th, 2025. Washington, D.C. A fiery exchange erupted on Capitol Hill Tuesday as Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem defended the Trump administration's consideration of suspending habeas corpus, igniting a fierce debate over constitutional limits during a Senate Homeland Security Committee hearing. Pressed by Senator Maggie Hassan, Noem attempted to define habeas corpus, calling it a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country. Her interpretation stunned observers and drew an immediate correction from Hassan, who characterized the statement as legally incorrect. Habeas corpus is not about removal powers, Hassan responded sharply. It's the foundational legal safeguard that ensures the government must justify detaining someone. Without it, citizens and immigrants alike could be imprisoned indefinitely without charges. Despite the criticism, Noem doubled down. I support habeas corpus, but I also recognize that the president has the authority under the Constitution to decide if it should be suspended. The Trump administration has floated invoking this rarely used wartime power amid its aggressive deportation push that began in January. Senior advisor Stephen Miller previously hinted the administration was actively considering suspending the writ of habeas corpus under the Constitution's suspension clause, which permits such action only in cases of rebellion or invasion. We believe the current crisis at the border qualifies as an invasion, Miller said earlier this month. The exchange on Capitol Hill has brought new attention to the legal and constitutional stakes of the administration's immigration crackdown. Civil liberties advocates warn that suspending habeas corpus would strip basic due process rights and open the door to unchecked executive detentions, particularly targeting vulnerable communities. Legal experts note that while the Constitution does allow for temporary suspension in extreme emergencies, such actions have only been invoked a handful of times in U.S. history, most notably by President Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. Any such move now would likely face immediate and fierce judicial review. The hearing had originally been scheduled to review the Department of Homeland Security's budget for the upcoming fiscal year, but quickly turned into a constitutional flashpoint. As lawsuits mount challenging the scope of Trump's deportation policies, the administration's legal theories, and Secretary Noem's interpretations are likely to remain under intense scrutiny.